Radhe Radhe, welcome back to my channel Starry Address. I'm Payal, and in this video we will talk about combust planets or combustion of planets. If you're new to this channel and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, also like and share this video. This will encourage me to make more content for you on this channel. Also, if you have any combust planets in your birth chart and you would like to understand them better, you can comment down your birth details or tell me what planets are combust and what aspects they are making, and we can discuss the results together. If you have shared your birth details on a previous video and I have not, for instance, replied to it, I would like to apologize, and you can obviously always share your birth details again in this fresh video, and I will try my best to look into it and answer any questions that you might have as quickly as I can. In this particular playlist, I will discuss almost everything that you want to know about combust planets, starting with what exactly combust planets are as per the three major systems of astrology: the Parashari, Nadi, and KP astrology system. All the three astrology systems have something to say about combustion of planets. There are some similarities and there are some nuanced differences that we will discuss in this video. So let's get started. So first of all, the Parashari system, which is the most accepted system that explains combustion of planets, says that combust planets can be treated as debilitated planets. Basically, what happens is, astronomically, as seen from the Earth, a combust planet is basically a planet that loses its complete visibility because it comes too close to the sun. As observed from Earth, the planet basically is so close to the sun that it is completely suppressed and absorbed by the rays of the sun. Astrologically, we say that such a planet will now not give any good or bad results. Basically, it is so weak, it is completely overpowered by the light and energy and the power of the sun that now it cannot function on its own. Now it does not have anything to give, good or bad. That is what Parashri says. As per classical Parashri, there are degrees that are given within which a planet can get combust. So basically, for Moon, it is 12 degrees. For Mars, it is 17 degrees. For Jupiter, it is 11 degrees. For Mercury, it is 14 degrees. For Venus, it is 10 degrees. And for Saturn, it is 15 degrees. Rahu and Ketu, as per Parashari Jyotish, are not basically capable of getting combust. In fact, Rahu and Ketu, when they are close to Sun, they will harm the Sun instead of actually being harmed by it. But that discussion we will do in a separate video with complete results and with a more detailed explanation. As per Parashari, if a planet is combust within the degrees that I just described, you can consider it as a completely weak and debilitated planet. What happens is that its natural significations will be completely destroyed by the power of the sun. It is important to note here that the planet, which is the lord of a certain house, is not impacted as the house lord, but the natural significations of that planet is destroyed. So, for example, let's say Mars is getting combust in your birth chart. Now, Mars will basically not be weakened as the house lord of a particular house in your birth chart, but the natural significations of Mars would be destroyed. For example, Mars represents courage, it represents your adventurous spirit, it represents um, your power to take initiative. So people with a combust Mars will generally find it difficult to take initiative. They would generally feel weak when it comes to showing courage or strength in a particular aspect. Similarly, if Venus is combust, then it doesn't actually much matter what house lordship does Venus have in your birth chart. The natural significations of Venus, basically relationships, luxury, vehicles, all of that would be impacted. So a person with a combust Venus will find it difficult to have harmony and peace in relationships, or they would find it difficult to actually experience luxury and comfort in their life. This is basically the general implication of combust planets as per Parashari Jyotish. Now let's talk about what combustion is as per the Nadi system. Nadi system is more nuanced. It does not just give a complete range of degrees for combustion of planets. Instead, it will say that you check whether the planet is moving towards the sun or away from the sun as per the degrees that it has. So, for example, if sun is 20 degrees in your birth chart and a planet is, let's say, 15 degrees, and it is within the combustible range, but it is moving towards the sun, because if it is in direct motion, it is going towards the degrees of the sun. As compared to that, let's say if there is a planet that is 25 degrees, then it is already past the degrees of the sun. So Nadi Jyotish will compare these two and will say that these are completely different as far as results, positive or negative, are concerned. The planet that is combust and is moving towards the sun is more weak and is basically less positive as compared to the planet that has already passed the degrees of the sun. They both combust, but the negative results would be more in the former case. Also, Nadi Jyotish also considers the retrograde motion of planets when it considers the weakness and the overall results of the combust planets. As per Nadi Jyotish, Venus and Mercury will not be considered as combust even when they are very close to the sun if they are in direct motion. But if they are retrograde and combust, then they consider it as a bad situation. Now let's talk about the combustion of planets as seen from KP system of astrology. The KP system of astrology treats combustion rather differently. It says that the planet's energy is not lost, it is not burnt, but it is more like it is refined and more purified when it comes in contact with the sun. Basically, it does agree that the significations of the planet that has become combust are kind of not externalized, but they become more internalized and they become more inward. So the significations, positive or negative, are still there, but they're not really visible to the outside world. So, for example, if moon is too close to the sun, as per KP system of astrology, the person would be very empathetic, they would be very sensitive, but it is possible that the outside world would not be able to much see and appreciate that. It's possible that the person uh, would, work hard on something, but let's say if their Mars is combust, they might not actually get credit for their courage, for their initiation, for their pioneering efforts. So basically, the energy and the positive quality of the planets are still there, but they are not really manifested externally, and hence they are not actually seen by the external world. Also, as per KP system of astrology, Mercury has a very close relationship with the sun, and hence its combustion is not exactly combustion. They say that Mercury is kind of exempt from this combustion rules because Mercury already is so close to the sun that it knows how to deal with the power, the energy, and the influence of the sun. So it is actually already very comfortable being very close to the sun. So, as per KP system of astrology, Mercury is not combust even when it is combust. That was a general introduction to combustion of planets as per the three major schools of Vedic astrology, but that is not all. In the next videos in this playlist, I will talk about the exceptions to the rules of combustion, in which cases combustion can actually give positive results, and the combustion of different planets and the results that it can give. Please subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss these upcoming videos. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you in another video. very soon. Take care for now.